Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that this is a not safe for work podcast. We are teachers who are at the end of the week and really the end of our ropes, and we would like to be able to talk honestly and openly about our jobs without having to worry about losing them. So we're going to be using pseudonyms throughout, hence the Elvis. I'd like to give a shout out to all of our sponsors out there. First to Ludlam Dramatics. If you are a theater teacher or if you know a theater teacher in your building, send them to Ludlam Dramatics. Because honestly, if you are being told to do a play, there is jack shit for you in the, quote unquote teacher stores. You have to go online. So go to Ludlam Dramatics. They have all kinds of resources for the theater teacher, and they're amazing. Check them out. Also, I'd like to thank the people at Legendary Pretzels. This company makes the most badass, gluten-free and regular candy-dipped pretzels. They take these pretzels and they wrap them in caramel and dip them in chocolate and then cover them in candy and cereal and crap. They're 6 inches long. They are amazing. We had them at our party. Yeah, they're addictive. Treat yourself. Go to Legendary Pretzels. They're the best gifts. They're tasty. They're amazing. Last but not least, I'd like to thank all of our patrons from Patreon who have joined us for as little as $5 to $10 a month. You can join us on Patreon and get lots of swag for just being a member, access to bonus episodes, lots of extra content. You get to hear us at our meetups. You get access to our little group Facebook page. It's amazing. So here are the names. One of these just came in 5 minutes ago. Teresa H., Laura D., Caitlin L., Marcia M., Weaza, Christina B., Miss Alabama, Kristen B., Megan R., Hoovian, Ashley M., Jason F., Amber H., JJO, Jeff S., Abby B., Ann T., Sarah B., Regina B., Anna L., Josie S., Sam B., Lucy P., Mary E., Jamie B., Hope H., Aaron D., Kristen W., Vanessa J., Kate C., Mary C., Haley M., Rylan L., Catherine S., Perla C., Kelsey W., RJ R., Cara T., Kristen C., Johanna H., Tony and Christina K., Irma A., Rebecca J., Melissa M., Casey B., and Sarah N. Woo! That's right, for as little as $5 a month, you can have your name on that list and get access to all the great content that they do. So, my friends, it's summer for most of us. We're getting it together and trying to figure it out. I think we're going to be doing another watch party for a movie coming up soon on Patreon. We're taking a month off a step bet to give our little feetsies a break and just enjoy a little bit of downtime. But really, guys, take care of yourselves. I keep pumping this a lot. I talked about my last episode. If you haven't had a chance yet, go through our backlogs and find the Teacher Needs a Drink podcast episode called A Teacher's Guide to Mental Health. There's a lot of great information there that even if it's not the stuff you can use, I bet someone around you can. It's tough out there, especially being a teacher. All right, friends, enjoy episode 86. Bobby Newport.
Yeah, there we go.
Bobby Newport has never had a job in his life. Bobby Newport.
Good God.
All right, we'll just go. Hey, welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and with me today I have Miss Bunny O'Hare.
Hey, Elvis. Hey, folks.
And also joining us, Turd Ferguson.
What the shit?
And last but not least, and hopefully not on mute, Miss Sparkles.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, I am so glad we're here. It is summer for, I think, all of us now at this point. Bunny, are you out? Is it time?
I am.
It is. So all of us at this point are finally on our summer. It wraps up here earlier in Texas than it does. I was following one of our forums on, it was in the step bet, and one of the teachers said they don't finish until the end of June. And I was like, holy fuck. I couldn't do another 4 weeks at this point. I honestly, I am done. My expectations are where they are. There's no going back until it's slightly resembles, a normal school year. But I am trying to dive in and find my zen and find a new pattern for life outside of school. But I'm curious, how are you guys doing with, adjusting outside of, how's the teacher summer treating you, Bunny?
No, my summer didn't start until 4:00 on Friday.
Oh, God.
But I am good now. I got my classroom moved again. For the fourth time in 2 years.
Did they still have air conditioning in the building while you were moving?
Mostly.
Because I've been in the schools where that's their money saving thing. Is it at 4:30 the air conditioner shuts off, and so if you have to be there after hours or at night, there is no air at all. And here in Texas, that's killer. I can't imagine moving, but they did that the last day of school. Kids got out and they shut off the AC, so the teachers had to grind in 89 degrees. Ugh, it sucked.
Gross.
I cut you off. Keep going, buddy.
No, I was going to say, I think they cut it off for a little while and then somebody called and complained and they turned it back on. Because
save money a different way.
Right. No, like a whole bunch of us are getting moved classrooms. They're doing a big fruit basket turnover shuffle thing with a bunch of the classrooms. And so our principal was like, I want, everybody needs to have their stuff moved to their new location by 3:30 on Friday by the time you check out. And it was like, excuse me. So, because we taught like full day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then had a half day with students on Thursday. But then we also had like a faculty meeting and a thing that we had to they didn't build any time into the schedule for people to do the moving. So there was a lot of moving going on. And when the AC cut off, there was much wailing and gnashing of teeth. They turned it back on and everything's moved now. And I could not move Saturday morning when I got up, but it's better now.
Good.
My body was like, how old do you think you are?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what about you, Turd? How are things going? How is your yearly wrap up?
My yearly wrap up was mostly without incidents, so I'm not going to complain. I just am happy. Well, okay, I will tell you there's one thing that I'm a little bit worried about. So they are redoing a facility thing in our entire building, which means that you can't get into the building. Not that I wanted to get into the building over the summer, but we're not going to be able to get in there till they're saying August 2nd. And you know how contractors work. They'll probably go past their date. And then it's like, okay, how much have they messed up my room to the point where, okay, am I going to be ready? That's awesome. So anyway, but I am trying not to think about that because it is the end of May and I don't have to worry about that shit till August. So yay.
How are you doing, Sparkles? How did your end of year go?
It was fine. School is over and we had a week off. And then graduation was yesterday, and that was lovely. And it's also the last time I will wear long pants until August 2nd, which is the day I go back for professional development. Because basically, so I'm very self-conscious about parts of my body, and I used to be super self-conscious of my legs, and I would never wear shorts, which is awful because I grew up in a city that is a sauna, like 100% humidity almost the entire year.
Was it like dresses or do you do the long
No,
pants?
I would wear jeans. I wore every day. And then a couple summers ago, I tried on a pair of shorts at Old Navy, which is like my favorite place to shop, and those shorts changed my life. So Summer Sparkles does not wear pants until she has to go to work. And actually, that is why I didn't realize how much weight I had gained during quarantine. Because most of my shorts are like a drawstring waist. I have like denim shorts too, but most of them are like a little stretchy or they're a drawstring waist or whatever. So the first day I had to put long pants back on to go back in the building, I was like, Fuck.
Yeah, those suck. My uniform right now is pretty much like long underwear. Not long underwear. What do we call it?
Long
Like boxer briefs that are almost like short sleeve length. They go down like almost mid thigh, and like a black wife beater. That's my outfit, my uniform most days until I have to leave the house. Then I'll put on like some shorts and like a button up shirt over it because I'm classy like.
All right, we have one from the Reddits here from Reddit user Katarina Bit. So today, a few students and I were joking about a repair guy who came in to fix something in the classroom. I said, "Yep, being polite and friendly went a long way to get everything repaired and fixed." I teach high school, so the kids and I were embellishing, calling each other queen, just casual fun. The teacher next door, we have an adjoining door, he walked right into my classroom and said, "That isn't what happened. They never replied this and that. They never did that."
Oh, shit.
He inserted himself into a conversation that was none of his business and was correcting facts he overheard that, again, were none of his business. The students were stunned and shocked, and they all stared at me with secondhand embarrassment. I was embarrassed and also shocked at what he did and how aggressive he was. Oh. I didn't say anything except, "Okay." Then he calmed down and asked a very arbitrary question and went back to his room. The kids then said things like, "Is he really listening to our conversations? Ew, what was that? How rude. Are you serious? Did that really just happen?" I said, everyone calm down, let's finish our work. And we stopped laughing and joking. He killed the happy vibe. I don't know what is wrong with this man and why he keeps trying to bring me down. It makes no sense. Not only is eavesdropping so rude, but it set such a bad example. The first week I worked here, he called me a nobody.
Oh.
And when I try to explain something, he actually brushes me off, waves his hand in the air, and shakes his head. Cuts me off and doesn't let me finish speaking. He also said I have to come to work no matter what. Even if a relative dies, I need to learn how to hold it together and show up for work. When I voice my concerns, he labels me hysterical. Has anyone else experienced another teacher with such a big, fragile ego, or dare I say, a misogynist?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
They out there. It's a thing. It's real. Holy shit. I kind of want to punch him, like in the face. Like that's a punchable face thing that he's doing.
I'd say kick him in the balls for that shit. Jeez.
Okay, no, but reading that, like, I was surprised that I got to the end and it was like, dare I say misogynist? Yes, that's exactly what he is. Because there's no way he would treat a male coworker like that. The guys that treat women like that don't tend to do that to their male colleagues.
So I've definitely worked with male teachers who are misogynists in my exceedingly conservative previous district, but never, like, knowing, like, even myself knowing that they were super misogynist, right? They never were dicks to me or any of our coworkers in public, ever, because they were like old Southern misogynists. So they were like, well, I have to be polite in public, but we all knew that they looked down on women. You know what I mean? Never would they have been that blatantly asshole-ish to another teacher.
And in front of students.
And God forbid you do that to a female administrator. Like, does he have female administrators? Because you definitely wouldn't want to talk to one of them that way. You would lose your job.
Besides just being a misogynist, this guy is a fucking asshole. You know who else cuts in and says, that's not really what happened? Like 6-year-olds. And 8-year-olds, because kids are dicks and they don't have social skills. And part of me is like, I wonder if this person has Asperger's or has some big issue where they just can't read a social situation or they struggle with, other humans. But clearly this person has a life that's so miserable they feel like they need to just bring everyone else down. It sounds like that whole kind of, what is it? Like, I'm not happy, so no one else be happy. Like the Pout Pout fish that we read to kindergartners. He's a fucking Pout Pout fish.
He's a party pooper. All right, this comes to us from the Reddit, from user Amelia1. Yesterday, just as the school day was about to end, I got a phone call from the front office. Jack's, fake name, mother is coming to meet with you. She didn't really ask. She just said she'd be here at 1:20. She was really angry on the phone, so the principal will sit in. You can meet in her office. This is odd because I've had a few phone calls with Jack's mom, and they've all been pleasant. I can't think of anything that's happened which might have made her angry, but I guess I'll find out at the meeting. So I head up to the office a few minutes before this parent is supposed to stop in. 10 minutes go by. 20. Finally, I tell the principal, well, I'm going to go. I think we've waited a long enough time. The principal says that's fine. She'll be around anyway, and if the parent comes in, she'll handle it and let me know what is said. As I'm walking out, the phone rings. I'm 5 minutes away. Don't let the teacher leave. I can actually hear her because she's shouting into the phone. The secretary says, well, let me check that she's still here. I shrug and walk back into the principal's office. She's here, says the secretary. Maybe 10 minutes later, God bless, the parent arrives. Like, geez, talk about wasting people's time. She is definitely angry, and the principal has to step out of the office to tell her to stop yelling at the secretary if she wants this meeting to happen. The mom calms down and comes back into the office. We don't even exchange pleasantries, and she's off again. Yelling about a project he did and got a bad grade on that she doesn't agree with. I can't get a word in edgewise, but I have no idea what she's talking about. I haven't assigned a project. The principal interjects again.
Ma'am, if you continue to raise your voice, I'll have to ask you to leave. We are happy to meet with you, but not if you're going to be yelling.
I take the opportunity to say, I'm sorry, but I didn't assign a project this trimester. Is it the project they did with the computer teacher, the one about animals?
No, it was about George Washington, and he worked very hard, and I double-checked all his work, and he definitely should have got more than 6 points.
I assure her that I didn't give a project like that, and I offer to pull out my laptop so we can go over his gradebook together. As I'm doing so, she starts going off again.
And I need you to explain to me exactly what you wrote in the notes on his progress report.
She pulls a paper out of her purse and is waving it in my face. I am now even more confused because I never gave Jack a progress report. He didn't need one. His grades are fine. She slaps the paper down on the table. I point. That's not my signature.
You're saying that because your principal is here. Don't try to get out of it.
Ma'am, that's not even my name. I'm looking at my principal now because I'm absolutely baffled.
What was your son's name again?
The principal asks.
Jack, you know his name. I don't know why that's relevant.
And his last name?
Jackson.
I am holding in either tears or laughter at this point. I'm not sure which. That's not my student. He's not in my class. Then Mom goes off again.
Well, he's in somebody's class. I want that teacher in here now.
The secretary punches Jack Jackson and the grade level into the system to figure out who his teacher is. He doesn't go to our school.
Oh, my goodness.
He's enrolled down the street and around the corner. The mom called us for a meeting, not knowing who her son's teacher was or what school he goes to, apparently, and told the secretary that his name was Jack and he was with a woman teacher whose name she didn't know in the 2nd grade. I'm the only 2nd grade teacher with a Jack in class. So they set her up a meeting with me. I've never even seen my Jack or his mother in person, so I had no way of knowing any better. The woman yelled about our incompetence the whole way out the door.
Oh,
y'all, that was
and scene.
That was a journey that we just went on.
That was an emotional roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That was beautiful, ladies. But I've had the incompetent parents. I've seen the parents come up, and not like middle school parents, like they have like 9 teachers, but like elementary teachers where they have like one main teacher and them not really know what grade or what teacher they have. I've had a couple parents unsure of what grade their kid's in. Like, really? Are you sure that they're your kid? You don't know they're 2nd or 3rd? Really? No.
I don't get that, man. Like,
no.
Like I definitely come from the parenting school of benign neglect. You know what I mean? Like, like my parents made sure I had everything I needed, but they also like weren't around that much because they had to work. My parents knew what grade I was in and like the teachers' names, and they barely paid attention to me. So the fuck is this mom doing?
I've flaked out a couple times and known like, well, I know the name starts with like Shed something, Shedengarden, Shedneer, something like that. She's tall, blonde, whatever. But I've never, not known what school my kids go to. That's
what really gets me. Like, you don't know what school he goes to?
I don't want to say you're a bad mom, but you're definitely skipping out on say you're reading the cliff notes there.
Tell me you're a bad mom without telling me you're a bad mom.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And then to continue to bitch about, I'm like, I can't imagine ever being that clueless about my kid's school life, but B, to then continue to bitch about the school when you're the one that showed up at a school your kid doesn't go to. I was like, ma'am, no. Like, I would have died and melted into the floor at that point. Like, even just getting the teacher wrong, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to have to die now. But like, the audacity.
That's where you just see them walking away like, have a nice day. Bless your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart.
That is a real bless your heart moment.
Yeah.
What about in the event of an actual emergency, not just being pissed off about your child's grade, and you show up to pick up your kid from a school that they don't attend. Like that's so messy.
Well, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, what if she shows up to some random school to pick up her kid who has like a broken leg, but her kid's not there because they go to a different school?
I would love to hear Rosie Rose go off on the parent who showed up at the wrong school to pick up a kid because she called home because they had like COVID or something. I would hate to be in the room, but I would laugh from a distance. Like, cause I'm sure you could hear from outside if it was happening.
Yeah.
I want to be a fly on the wall, like, or that meme with just Stephen Colbert eating popcorn.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey guys, guess what?
What's up?
We have a Patreon.
Patreon?
Yeah, that's right. For as little as $5 to $10 a month, you can help support us and give back to, us, because, that's what you can do. But not only would you be giving back to us, you also get lots of bonus content by joining our Patreon. We have new episodes and bonus features coming out almost every other week, at least 2 or 3 times a month. There's something new on the Patreon. We also have events like watch parties for movies. Patreon has first dibs on all the step bet stuff. We're taking June off from step bet because we need to rest our asses. But come after July 4th, we're going to be doing another step bet, and I'll tell you guys about that later. But join our Patreon. There's so much stuff there. There's a community. We have a new Facebook group that we're about to get started again where only the Patreons go, so you can actually meet other people like you who kind of feel like you do about things like this. Because what I've learned is, while there's a couple at each school, it's nice to have a whole community of us. It's been very emboldening.
Truth.
Yes. It embiggens us.
Yes. Embiggens even the smallest man.
So, my friends, today our Would You Rather questions are, and I'll be going one by one to hear your opinions on this. Would you rather get stuck on a ski lift overnight or only be able to bathe on the 1st of every month?
Ski lift.
Yeah, I like my hygiene. I don't like being the stinky guy.
Ski lift, definitely.
It's only one night. It's an adventure if you're in the ski lift. What about you, Sparkles?
Both of these are terrible options because I'm terrified of heights. Like I will cry. And also, as a person with ethnic hair, showering once a month is not going to be good. But I guess I'm gonna have to go with the ski lift as long as I get down from it. Like as soon as the sun starts coming up, the night is over.
Yeah, I'm done.
So I want to be able to get down. Like as soon as we see the sun peeking over the horizon, I want to get down so I can take a shower.
Oh, yeah. No, my thing is, like, I'm taking the ski lift no matter what. But if I only could take a bath or only, like, bathe once a month, I would do that up so big. Like, I would get, like, my bathroom would be dedicated to this one monthly event. I'd have a huge, like, giant-sized tub because I'm 6 foot, so I can't really do bathtubs because, like, my knees are sticking out. It's like either my butt's wet or really that's about it. Like, I can't stretch my legs out. I can't go shoulder deep without having my legs up in the air. And that's, that's a really beautiful thing to stare at when I'm surrounded by mirrors, is me laying in a bathtub with my ass up. So, yeah, I want the big tub and I want bubbles. I want music. I think I want, live music, maybe. I mean, this is going to be an event. I don't think I want to have other people there, but live music, animator D, very discreet people.
Mariachi.
No, not mariachi. All right.
Come on. Get mariachi band in there.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up and call it a night. All right, my friends. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I appreciate all of you out there listening. Feel free to join our Patreon, help support us, and join our little community we have growing. We're like 45 strong. It's pretty cool. And also, we have new episodes coming out every Wednesday. So I'd like to thank my hosts who were with us today, Miss Sparkles. It was wonderful talking to you.
Always a pleasure.
And Ms. Bunny O'Hare, I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you for having me back.
Awesome. And Turd Ferguson, it's good to have you back on the podcast.
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate it.
Okay, my friends. Deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers! Woo!
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Bobby Newport. All right, my friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I give a special thanks to our sponsor, Ludlam Dramatics, as well as Legendary Pretzels. I'm telling you the truth. If you really want to treat yourself something awesome, go to Legendary Pretzels and get one of their candy-dipped pretzels. They are amazing. I'd like to thank my hosts who are with me today, Miss Bunny O'Hare, Miss Sparkles, as well as Mr. Turd Ferguson. Teacher Needs a Drink comes out every Wednesday, and if you have something you'd like to share with us, you can hit us up through the contact page of our website, teacherneedsadrinkpodcast.com. You can also join our Patreon and send me messages directly and hear all of our things and all the bonus content. We even got some new people, like literally as I was recording this, so they will get listed. Anyway, my friends, it's summer for us, but we're going to keep putting stuff out because it's really good, and I'm kind of addicted to you guys at this point. I can't quit you. All right, my friends, cheers.
Sing it, Sparkles. Do the thing.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. What? Just the tip.
That's beautiful. All right.
Just